If you're a senior that is serious about building strength, mobility, balance in the body, then you need to know about neuropathways. What are neuropathways? They are the message centers, the highway that takes the message from the brain and sends it to the muscle. And you're going to learn all about those in this video. So let's get going. The secret to building strength and mobility in the body is to understand neural pathways and how they work in conjunction with the muscles. Neural pathways, what are they and how do they affect us? The neural pathways are the message centers coming from the brain to the muscle. When we put the body in a way where it encourages it to use certain muscles, over time, these pathways are built stronger from the brain to the muscle, or they are weakened by not using that muscle. So we need to put the body in a way that challenges it and awakens muscles, mostly supportive muscles, and which helps us perform the function in a much more controlled and stronger way. In order to build a neural pathways, it's optimum that we move in a slow, controlled, precise manner. That way, the message coming from the brain to the muscle will be clear and uninterrupted. Now, this might take a little time to build that communication. In order to do this, we have to move the body in a way that's not used to moving, so that those pathways can be strengthened. Bear in mind that the opposite is also true, that if we stop using those muscles, they atrophy. We're talking about the supportive muscles now, although the large muscle groups, this would probably apply to too. We're talking about mainly the supportive muscles or the large muscle groups. We generally keep the large muscle groups in tune by using momentum. For example, we might be walking, we might be swimming, and that's a good way of building cardiovascular strength and strengthen those large muscle groups. But in order to get the supportive muscle groups to work, then we have to slow down the action. Just a moment, I'm going to demonstrate a couple of those ways. If I move my leg up and down quickly, I use momentum. And when I'm using momentum, I'm using the large muscles to create the action. The body goes to its most efficient place. But when I slow it down and move that leg very slowly, now it may be that the large muscle is not strong enough to lift that leg very slowly. Try it. And when it does this, it reaches out for help. It reaches out to the supportive muscles to help support the large muscle. Let me move it slowly. It's a lot more challenging. And what happens then, once those smaller muscle groups are activated to support the large muscles, then we form the neural pathways, the message center from the brain to those muscles, waking up those muscles, recruiting them for the action. And once they're recruited, now the brain knows they're there, and it knows it can draw upon those muscles in times where they need it. This creates an overall stronger body. Try it. Try lifting it up and down, and then try moving it very slowly, and notice the difference. Now, not only are those supportive muscle groups activated, but we can go into other parts of the body. Perhaps, if we move it slow enough, we can recruit the hip muscle. We can recruit the core muscles to help create the action. That's what we're looking for, this connective strength. Over a period of time, we start to move differently. We start to move more controlled. But in order to do that, we have to bring the body into a place it's not used to going. And that's when we talk about falls, we practice falling. Technically, we don't. But the reality is, it's similar. Because when we move the body into a place it's not used to going, we lose all control. So the more control we have over the body and the muscles that control it, the less apt we are to fall. We may move into a position where we're moving towards a fall. But if we've done our work and the muscles are strong, we can pull ourselves back. I've seen it happen. I've done it myself numerous times. Last year I went to the mailbox, live in Wisconsin, where it's cold and icy, and I slipped on a piece of ice and my leg went back. But I'd been there hundreds of times, maybe thousands of times. And I simply grounded myself, stood back, and got my mail, which was all bills, by the way. So I hope you get the picture, Neuro-Pathways, how important they are, building strength and vitality in the system. So now that you have a basic understanding of Neuro-Pathways and their importance, the next thing we need to explore is breathing. Not only just breathing, but how we breathe and how the breathing works with the muscles to create an expansion of movement and a synchronization of breath and movement working together, and how that affects your daily life. In this next video, we're going to look at breathing, and we're going to perform a few exercises with breathing. One with just static breathing, being stationary, and the other one with movement, dynamic breathing, and you'll get a chance to see how that feels.